Can dogs recognize dog and human emotions? Background. Animals recognize emotions to evaluate their social world, and which teaches them how to behave in different situations, like reacting to predators trying to eat them. Most species can perceive different emotions. Introduction. This study wants to test if domestic dogs are more advanced in recognizing both dog and human emotions. How are they going to test this? By showing the dogs different auditory and visual cues and recording their response and reactions. This study will determine if dogs can demonstrate high levels of cognitive representation. Materials and methods. The researchers used a cross-modal paradigm, which is looking and listening behaviors toward a visual and auditory stimulus. This study used 17 healthy, socialized family adult dogs of various breeds and put them in a dimly lit test room with a screen, speaker, and camera to record. The dogs were shown two different gray-toned human and dog faces while a corresponding sound was played. Researchers observed the dog's behaviors and recorded the time the dog spent looking at the faces when the corresponding sound was played. The corresponding sounds were either a positive or negative valence. In this case, it was dog barks and human voices in an unfamiliar language. Sound 1.
Paromala. Eres un paromala.
Sound 2.
Buen perro. Que buena perro.
Sound 3. Sound 4. A trial consisted of two screens, either projecting a human or dog face with a positive or negative emotion and the corresponding sound that played for 5 seconds. A trial was considered valid if the dog looked at the image for at least 2.5 seconds. Each dog received 10 sessions over the course of 2 weeks. Results. Dogs look significantly longer at the faces whose expressions match the more positive valence than the faces whose expressions match the negative valence. Dogs did not prefer to look at either of the facial expressions when the vocalization was neutral or a brown noise. There was no difference in the viewing time. Dogs responded to the congruent positive face, which was the dog's, more than the incongruent positive face, which was the human's. Domesticated dogs can obtain dog and human emotional info, like facial expressions, from both seeing and hearing inputs to perceive different emotions. Related study. A related study tested the ability to discriminate vocal expression of emotions across incongruent versus congruent species in pigs and wild boars. Similar to the dogs, positive and negative unfamiliar calls, closely related calls, and meaningless human voices were used as the auditory cues that matched the positive and negative emotions presented. The results showed that the domesticated pigs could determine positive and negative valence and vocal expression of human emotion, whereas the wild boars could not. Both domesticated pigs and dogs could use visual and auditory cues to perceive positive and negative emotions in their same species, as well as in humans. Is this a domestication thing?